सो हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। तो आज मेरे संग इस छोटे से इंटरैक्टिव सेशन में, मैं इसको इंटरव्यू नहीं बोलूंगा, इसको मैं इंटरैक्टिव सेशन इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि एक छोटा सा इंटरैक्शन ही है। मुग्धा जो है हमारे जेसी एकेडमी के स्टूडेंट हैं। इन्होंने दिसंबर अटेम्प्ट भी क्वालिफाई किया और इस बार इन्होंने जून अटेम्प्ट भी क्वालिफाई किया। दिसंबर अटेम्प्ट में इनका जेआरएफ रह गया था कुछ दो चार नंबर से। उसके बाद जब इन्होंने जून अटेम्प्ट लिखा तो एज की वजह से ये जेआरएफ के लिए एलिजिबल नहीं थे। But even then, she managed to score 210 marks. Apart from this, the reason behind me having this discussion with her is basically she comes from a corporate background. She has seen places. She is married, has a family, has a small kid, and she manages the family क्योंकि इनके हस्बैंड ज़्यादातर बाहर रहते हैं। तो एक छोटे बच्चे को देखना और अपनी पढ़ाई भी करना, हाउस होल्ड पूरा मैनेज करना इज़ अ टफ टास्क। आप में से बहुत सारे कैंडिडेट्स ऐसे ही होंगे, मैरिड होंगे, संग में जिम्मेदारियां होंगी। तो जब मुग्धा से आप समझेंगे कि वो कैसे मैनेज करते हैं, वो कैसे उन्होंने नेविगेट करा, क्या उन्होंने तैयारी करी, किस तरीके से टाइम मैनेजमेंट करा, तो आई थिंक आपको कुछ आइडियाज मिलेंगे और आप भी अपने यूजीसी नेट की जर्नी को आगे परस्यू कर पाएंगे। चलिए देखते हैं। So I was going through your comment and then I saw that you're a mother of a 2-year-old, right? And
Yes,
it generally happens that, many platforms, celebrate only JRFs. But I
right,
made a point that I should talk to net aspirants also, though we've been able to clear the net examination despite of so many responsibilities, right? So
right, sir.
it is indeed a commendable job, and you have actually done really well. So congratulations to you for clearing this exam.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Acha,
It
so
does become difficult, sir. It does become difficult to have a 2-year-old and with almost zero to nil familial support, just with me and my son. It's a quite mammoth job to study for this exam.
syllabus is vast and you need to go through a lot
Yes,
of topics, a lot of subjects at the same time.
absolutely.
Acha, ma'am, what we will do is that we will just be having a small discussion, and I just want to understand from a person like you who has so many responsibilities, who's taking care of a child and a family and other things, and who's also trying to build a career. What goes into getting in so much of effort done? आपके दिमाग में क्या चलता है, कैसे आप टाइम मैनेज करते हो, कैसे आप सारी चीज़ों को बैलेंस करते हो? मैं तो ये समझने के लिए आपको आज जूम मीटिंग सेशन में मैंने बुलाया आपको। तो
Right, right.
तो व्हाट वी विल एक्सपेक्ट इज कि आप थोड़ा सा अपने बैकग्राउंड के बारे में हमको बताएं, फैमिली
Yes,
के
sir.
बारे में, जहां भी आप कंफर्टेबल हो बताएं। उसके बाद थोड़ा हमको बताएं कि किस तरीके से आपका इस डायरेक्शन में आपका मन गया कि आपको यूजीसी नेट का एग्जाम लिखना है, और कैसे आपका जर्नी रहा। आराम आराम से हम चर्चा कर सकते
Pakka, sir. Pakka, pakka. I'll
हैं।
be open as much as I can.
जी
Because
मैम।
I'm sure there are a lot of women like me who have this not an issue but है उनके ऊपर responsibility और manage करना थोड़ा कठिन हो सकता है, काफी doubts आ जाते हैं, so I'll be more than happy to share my experience.
बताएं मैम, सो यू कैन स्टार्ट विद योर इंट्रोडक्शन फर्स्ट।
Right. So I'm a 35-year-old woman. I pursued my MBA way back in 2012 from James Cook University, Singapore. I was a scholarship student, and I pursued my bachelor's in business administration from IP University, New Delhi. After that, 2012, I started with my corporate career. I was a marketing student, so there I started with a PR agency, went on to start a firm. Then I joined IPAI, it's Independent Power Producers Association of India that deals in electricity. तो उनके content में उनकी marketing, and then I joined UBM, which is now Informa Markets. They are the largest exposition producers and creators in the world as of now. So I was in the renewable energy and nuclear energy department for them. I was the content head, and I recognize that the mental simulation for me is very important in feeling successful. Rather than just up talking about the numbers कि आज मैंने 1 करोड़ इस पर्टिकुलर प्रोजेक्ट के लिए कमा लिए हैं आपके लिए, तो और ये मेरे को इतना बोनस मिल जाएगा। तो इसके अलावा आई थॉट दैट मेंटली आई हैव टू बी स्टिमुलेटेड टू कीप माई सेल्फ मोटिवेटेड. For me it was like this. I'm sure for individuals, for everyone it is different. And after that I got married. You know how we're still in a Indian society. I would call myself progressive, but still there are certain things that still work in a particular format. Shadi hogi, then I went abroad, we got back to India, and I lost touch from my corporate career. Then I started dabbling in little, you know, I wanted to start my own startup. uh, Dabbled in that and tried to learn alternate therapies, which I still pursue. But I somewhere was still not satisfied, and I recognized that, you know, now I think this is where my this is a calling for me, that I should, you know, then the environments, when you even go and sit and give the exam with these kids, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to you know, be sarcastic, but when you're sitting with them, the vibration of that place is very different. It feels very refreshing to be amongst people who are really willing to learn, and you know, they're just going to step out of this bubble, that they are still being cared for. So I wanted to make a difference in that, and I feel that I can connect with people of this age and, you know, give my experience. So this is how I thought of, you know, sitting for the net examination and becoming a lecturer. And I sat for the exam in January this year, which was supposed to be for December. एंड मैं ये बिल्कुल कोई मार्केटिंग नहीं कर रही हूँ जेसी एकेडमी की, लेकिन मैं भगवान के लिए लिटरली आई से थैंक यू टू हिम, बिकॉज 15 दिन पहले, नो 15 दिसंबर, आई could literally see you on YouTube, and I was like, wow, what diction, the way that he's teaching in English, it's very, I'm literally praising you also. It's very rare to find somebody talking to a student like that, and the way you and Divyani ma'am conduct yourself, the way that you teach those topics. I cleared that exam. I got left by 3 marks, you know, 3 questions in the January attempt. I was still eligible for GRF back then. Now I'm not. But that exam I cleared because of you. So, and this one, obviously, it is because of GC Academy. I we cannot say कि और कुछ है इसमें involved.
Thank you so much. In fact, there's a fact I would like to share that when I wrote my UGC NET examination, I was
Right.
5 years older to you.
अच्छा.
I did my master's in 2002,
Wow.
and I wrote my examination in 2019.
Wow, sir. This is amazing.
So the
This is
moment you
amazing.
said that you sitting in the examination hall amongst youngsters, is basically,
Yes.
the energy that you feel, this is
Yes, sir.
exactly the kick that I get while teaching students.
I'm sure, sir. I can
And
now understand this.
and this is a motivation enough because in the corporate world, after a certain point of time, you feel redundant. You feel as if you don't matter. It is basically achieving targets, getting things done, and moving things around is what actually matters to people. But changing lives, inspiring youngsters, giving them the right direction, mentoring them is what basically, it's something that feeds your soul in a proper way so that you know that you're looking forward to every day getting up in the morning, teaching students, sharing your experiences and knowledge with them, and then making them see the world in a better way. This is what I think is is unparalleled. You can't get it in the corporate world for sure.
Absolutely, I agree to this thought, and it is almost like in the Maslow's hierarchy, you're at the last 2 steps, you know, of self-esteem and self-actualization. No, it is absolutely true, because if we are being reduced to just numbers, and numbers not in terms of just money, but also in hours, you know, if you're putting, like, sir, we'll get into a debate, but then people talking about 70, 90 hours of working in a week, it's just maddening, sir. Then what's the purpose of living? If this is only what you have to do, then
And
kya hi?
you're working for merely chasing some targets and meeting some deadlines.
Absolutely.
That's it. End of the day, you feel like as if you've been working to achieve somebody else's dream, and you don't fit into
Right,
the dream any longer after a certain point of time. So that happens.
right, right. So
So
this was the motivating factor for me as well, sir.
fine. So once you realize that this is the career path you're going to opt, now
Yeah.
how did you manage your time? How did you manage family, your kid, and how was a typical day for you when you were preparing for this exam? I'm pretty sure, although you said that you prepared only for a few days before the examination, but this attempt, the June attempt, you must have given it some effort, right? Because you were focused now. You had clarity, you had direction. What was your typical day like? How did you juggle through with all the things going around and the responsibilities you had?
In the January attempt, I had actually prepared from August last year, and it's a humongous job because until and unless you find the right source who is guiding you in this journey of learning, and it is like an ocean. आप कहाँ से पढ़ोगे, कितना पढ़ लोगे, कितनी आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, it all depends on that. तो आप ओशन में से कितना पढ़ना चाहते हो, it depends on you. And I wasn't guided at that time very well. You know, on YouTube you'll find videos who will really scare you to death, and I was scared at that time. सिर्फ 1% बच्चा सिलेक्ट होता है, सिर्फ 6% बच्चे सिलेक्ट होते हैं, आपको 9 घंटे पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा. एंड आई वॉज रियली बॉक डाउन because my husband works abroad and he's not in India for 6 to 7 months at a stretch, you know, and it is just me and my 2-year-old son. So for me, I used to put him to bed whenever, you know, in his routine, and that time he was 1 year 3 months or so, my son, and I used to put him to bed and do whatever is required to keep him alive. And you know, used to sit. Absolutely, it is like a life that you have to take care of. So put him to bed in the afternoon for that 1 hour. Maybe I used to get, and I used to forget about my food and everything, study. And at night I used to, you know, then again start studying until 11 or 12 a.m. at night. He used to wake up for his feed time and all. It was very stressful for me the first time because I was not guided well. But those last 15 days of December, and sir not only guided well, I'll not take the name, but they also didn't teach management. I was actually studying accounts. So I was completely, you know, I was like, my God, my mocks are not being cleared. I'm unable to even take care of the past year papers, previous year papers. So I didn't really know what will I achieve. And but those 15 days when I saw the notes of JC Academy, I saw your videos on YouTube, that's when I got some kind of confidence, and I could clear it and lose out by only 3 questions. So right guidance is very, very much important, and not being stressed is also very, very important. You can't really take it as a life and death situation and think कि नहीं इस बार नहीं हुआ तो अब तो मेरा कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता. So, and that also I learned from the last video that you share on YouTube with your, you know, aspirants. You tell them, please don't treat this as a life and death situation. I was telling you that to have right guidance in terms of preparation is very important, and knowing which channel or which person to follow and what you have to do in this journey of learning is very, very important. You can be, there are n number of people on YouTube who will suggest the right thing from their side, but which really might not be the right thing for you.
So, what is your take on? I mean, अब आपका I was just going through and I came to know that you scored decently well because आपने 210 marks obtain करे हैं and your percentile is 99.33 percentile, which is in fact बहुत अच्छा परसेंटाइल है गिवन द फैक्ट कि कितना टाइम आपके पास है, कितना आप एफर्ट जेन्युइनली डाल पा रहे हो, विच इज कमेंडेबल. तो आने वाले एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए, खास तौर पे वर्किंग वुमेन के लिए या वुमेन हु आर मैरिड एंड हु आर टेकिंग केयर ऑफ द फैमिली एंड चिल्ड्रन आल्सो, बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ आवर स्टूडेंट्स आपके ही जैसे हैं, वुमेन है. कोई पीछे मैंने एक इंटरव्यू लिया मेरी स्टूडेंट का, तो कहती सर मैं रोज डिनर बनाते बनाते आपकी क्लास लेती थी लाइव. शाम को
Right.
7 बजे क्लास होती थी तो कहती सर मैं डिनर बनाते बनाते आपकी क्लास लेती थी. तो ऐसे स्टोरीज हैं. बट
Right.
आपके ही जैसे और भी लोग जो तैयारी करना चाहते हैं, एक करियर पाथ है, फिर फैमिली है, बच्चे हैं, और फिर उनका एस्पिरेशन है आगे, उनके लिए आपके पास क्या इनपुट्स है, उनके लिए आपके पास क्या सजेशंस है?
Sir, if you'll allow, I will like to say these words in as many
प्लीज
words
प्लीज
actually.
प्लीज.
That I did not have the time, and the मेरा past experience ऐसा था कि live classes लेके पढ़ना मेरे लिए बहुत कठिन था. It was very tough for me to take the live classes, understand it, process it, and then, you know, take care of my family, take care of my child. So what the strategy that I applied for this June attempt was that I took your notes I downloaded them because they are downloadable. You tell all of us, which I didn't know actually last time. So I downloaded that PDF of all the 10 units and the extra notes that you have given. I used to only and only go through those notes, and I now remember them by heart. So those notes are very, very, very important. Number one. Number two, all the videos that you have posted on YouTube, which is free for all of them. And your courses are also not very, very exuberantly high costed. They are affordable by all of us. Again, it is a very commendable thing, because in a race of people who are charging 11, 12 grands, you charging, what you are, thank you so much. You are actually really taking care of all of us. So I took your notes and I went through all the YouTube videos that you and Divyani ma'am have put up on YouTube, and this is what I did. And I also went through your mock tests. So this is how I manage my time, by looking at the notes. Whatever time I used to get, I used to look at your notes. But it was not while cooking. That did not work for me. I had to take out 1 hour or 2 hour of my time to go through those notes, because you need to have that conceptual clarity. It cannot come just by looking at it. And also, one more thing I like to mention is, in those YouTube videos, in the January attempt of this year, Dibyani ma'am had done a marathon video, sir, and the questions came from those marathon videos. The questions did come from those marathon videos, and even in this time, the questions of X chart, P chart, ma'am has given the keywords also of how to connect, and you also do that. That this is STP and STFIE. So these are the keywords that you guys give, and they are very, very important and crucial to crack a exam like NET. You need to know those keywords, and you need to give and dedicate 1 or 2 hours of your time looking at your videos or going through the notes. Or even if people are willing to take the live classes, which did not work for me,
Okay.
I couldn't do it. But notes and आपके YouTube videos, I think there's no stopping, because this is purely that this subject. It's purely this subject. And जो भी कर रहे हैं सर, आपने जो लिस्ट भेजी कि इस पर्टिकुलर यूनिट से इतने क्वेश्चन आए हैं, मतलब सर, हैट्स ऑफ सर, हैट्स ऑफ. आप लोगों ने जो डिटेल की एनालिसिस करी है, अमेजिंग, रियली कमेंडेबल.
Chalo ji, thank you so very much, and it was indeed pleasure speaking to you, connecting with you, and we wish you all the very best and good luck for your future endeavors.
थैंक यू सो
आप
मच
अच्छे
सर.
से
थैंक यू.
इंटरव्यू दे के आए, और if could be of any help, please do let us know. We're here. Treat us as
थैंक
a
यू सर.
community, treat us as your seniors or as your fellow colleagues, whatever you feel like. We're almost there always.
थैंक यू सो मच सर. थैंक यू सो
All
मच.
the best. Bye bye.
Pleasure,
God
sir.
bless. God
All
bless.
right, sir. Take care.
Bye bye.